Hi there. So I've got a quick workout here for you. This one is designed if you're just starting out, just want a little bit of purposeful movement in your day. So we're looking at just a quick 10-minute little body weight workout where no equipment is needed. I am going to use the dog bed that I built, but you can use a couch, you can use a chair, anything that's a little bit stable. So we want something where you can actually sit down on it, it won't move, and it can handle the weight of your body. So that's what we'll need. I'm also going to use my fireplace to use to prop myself up. If you have a wall or something of the like, you can use that as well. So I'm using my fireplace mantle because it's secure. It's easy to wipe my fingerprints off of. So you want to find something similar to that you can put your hands on that'll hold you in a nice wide grip. All right, so we're just gonna start with a warm up. So standing up nice and tall. We always want our ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, and hips over the heels. So we're standing in a nice tall position, belly buttons in, shoulders back. Remember to always keep your health in mind. So if you're feeling a little bit like your heart rate is going a little bit too high, just stand in place, march it out a little bit. If you're feeling like maybe the exercise is a little bit too much for you, I ask for 10. If you can do 5 and that's where you're at, that's perfect. So just remember that we can always build up. So don't try to go for the goal just yet. And just try this out. Taking this routine maybe 3 times a week, 5 times a week, building it up, and then I'll keep adding on to this series for you. So we're just gonna march in place and just roll some shoulders back, just getting that blood flow. Standing tall, big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now we're gonna roll those shoulders forward. Getting a little bit of movement, making those arm circles a little bit bigger, and just marching in place. Belly button's tight to the core. Everything's engaged. Good. A little bit of lateral movement. So I'm going to take my feet out a little bit wider than hip width and just bend one knee, lean over, and then to the other side. So just starting with the legs. We'll add some arms in a moment. Just trying to loosen up through those hips. Good. Once we've got that movement going, we're just going to reach across and across. Nice and easy. Big stretch. Think about lengthening through the fingers. Still bending that knee and reaching out and across. Good. We're going to change our arms now and reach over the top. As far as you feel comfortable, reaching up to the ceiling, finding length of the side body. Nice big movements here. Just warming up. Nice and long. Good. This time we're going to start by tapping back. So just tapping in behind you here. Nice and easy. Still tight through that core. Shoulders drawn back. Ears over the shoulders. Reaching out now forward. So you can go opposite hand, opposite leg, same arm, same leg. No matter there, your coordination is of no importance right now. Just moving that body, warming up. Good. Bringing the hands down, bring the heels up towards the glutes. Let's reach down towards those heels. Don't have to touch, but just in the direction of just getting a little side bend motion. Nice and easy. Still keeping it tall. My dad used to always tell me that there was a string right at the top of that spine, and it was holding me up. And if I slouched, my string would be broken. And I never quite forget that. Huge advocate for posture now in my life. And it's all because of him. Bring your knees up. So just knees up to touch the hands. This can be up to hip height if that's comfortable for you. A little bit lower if that's a better position. A little bit higher if that's in your practice. So just find a comfortable place for you. Remember, we're just warming up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shaking it out. So now we should be nice and warm. What we're going to start with is 10 squats. So again, ears, shoulders, hips in line. We want our feet in a good athletic stance. So a little bit wider than hip width. And when we squat down, like I said, I'm going to use my dog bed here. We're going to sit back and down. I want you to tap your bum or sit completely onto a chair, a couch, something of the like. Shoulders back and weight onto the heels. So we're going to go for 10. Here, come down, sit, and back up. That's 1. Down, 2. So we're sitting all the way down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Last one. Good. So nice and strong there. We're working through our quads, working through the core, and a little bit through the glutes. All of our hip muscles are activating as well. All right, so the next one we're going to do is a push-up, and that's going to come onto my fireplace mantle, as I said. So we want to have the hands in line with the shoulders, just a little bit wider, okay? Chest out, nice and flat back. So when we're performing this push-up, hands nice and wide, a little bit wider, bring the chest towards the wall, the fireplace, elbows out wide, always keeping the elbows over the wrist. Don't come any deeper than the elbows in line with the shoulders. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Taking a rest here, grabbing a sip of water. We can stretch the chest here by reaching the hands back. A little bit of a shake out. Rolling out through those shoulders. And we're going to come back one more round of each. So another 10 squats, 5, 8, 10, wherever you're comfortable. I'll count to 10, but if you stop at 5, absolutely okay. We'll just write that down. And next time you follow this video, we'll go ahead and maybe try for 6, maybe try for 7, adding 1, maybe 2 by the end of each week. All right, and then we'll come back into those push-ups. Again, something nice and high where you're still nice and tall. What I'm going to do the second time for our push-ups is I'm actually going to bring my exercise bike forward a little bit and just be a little bit more in frame so you can see sideways on for my body. And you can tell how my back is trying to stay nice and flat as I lower my chest towards that stable point. Okay, so enough talking. Let's go to those squats. Shoulders back, feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Weight is in my heels. Chest up, belly button tight. And I'm going to sit right back and down onto that ledge of my dog bed. Down and up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Shoulders back, little wiggle through. So like I said, I'm going to draw my exercise bike a little bit closer so you can see how that body works on these push-ups. So as we come down, I'm going to bring my chest down and up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbows in line with the shoulders. Elbows over those wrists. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Brilliant. Good. So just pushing that bike out of frame. All right, so grab a drink. We are 2 exercises in, and we've got 2 to go. So I'm going to come down onto my carpet. I suggest either a mat, a yoga mat perhaps, or onto the carpet itself. And what we're going to do here is a glute squeeze, a hip lift. So this is one of my favorite exercises. And the reason for that being is it's very good at strengthening through the core. So through the low back, through the glutes, through the abdomen. All right. So we're going to lay with our feet. The dog doesn't like it when I do this one. Lie down, Vestaber. So my feet are hip width apart in line with my glutes. Heels down. Go lie down. No. She doesn't like it when I'm on the floor. Knees are bent. Hands down by the side. Unless you have to pet the dog. And then you can bring your hands up. Give her a little pet. And then tell her to go on the couch. Go on, Vesta. On the couch. On the couch. All right, hands down, belly button nice and tight. We're using our hands just to keep our stability here. And on an inhale, we're going to lift the hips up, squeeze through the glutes, and then lower down. Lifting up as high as you feel comfortable, lower down. Inhale, lift for 3. Exhale, lower for 3, 4, and down. 5, and down. 6, and down. 7, and down. 8, and down. 9, and down. And 10, and down. Nice and easy there. So my spine is all the way down into the floor, into the mat. All right. A little bit of activation there through the back, through the glutes. We're going to take our hands just in behind the head. Lots of space between the chin and the chest. Always looking up towards the ceiling. My head is resting comfortably in the arms. And we're just going to lift the shoulder blades only, up off the mat. And that might only be an inch, 2.5 centimeters, not very much, off the floor and back down. This is number 4. 5, very small movement. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Relaxing down on the floor, taking a moment here, a little bit of a shake out. Big deep breaths. Feeling the belly rise all the way up to the top of the lungs. Exhale completely. 2 more big deep breaths. Inhale through the nose all the way up to the top of the lungs. And exhale completely. One more big inhale. And exhale. Good. When you're ready, we're going to come back to that glute bridge, those hip lifts for 10. Again, stopping at 5, absolutely appropriate if that's where you're at right now in your practice. Here we go for 10, lifting up, exhale, lower down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This is a good place to stop if you need a rest. 6, 8, 2 more. 9 and 10. Spine all the way back down. Allow the base of your head to cradle in your hands here as we come for those 10 crunches. Ending here, remember, very small movement. There's no reason to bring your chest to your knees right now. We're just starting small. Looking up at the ceiling, lots of space between the chin and the chest, and softly lift the shoulders up and back down. Again, lifting up and back down. 3, 4, exhale on the way up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's take 3 big deep breaths here. Inhale fully all the way from the belly through the ribs to the top of the lungs. Exhale completely. Inhale all the way up, belly, ribs, lungs. And exhale. Once more, big breath in. Exhale out. Beautiful. Rolling onto the side here for a moment. Take a minute here. Just laying on the side. So your top arm comes over. You're going to use that to help press your way back up onto the knees. And then onto the feet. Taking your time. Standing up nice and tall. Little bit of a shake out here. Good. So we work through the core, work through the back, a little through the chest, through the quads and the glutes. So we're just going to stretch out the chest, just hands onto either the hips or the low back. Big inhale, open up through the chest. Trying to bring those elbows together. A few big deep breaths here. Good. Big inhale, reaching those hands up nice and high. Big inhale. Good. Hands down. Shaking out here. Hand onto something stable. So again, I'm choosing my fireplace. You can choose a countertop, back of a couch, maybe the wall. And we're just going to bring our heel up towards the glutes. You can hook your foot onto the couch, onto a chair, just to give yourself a little bit more of a stretch here. Good. Other way. Beautiful. So we're going to come into our forward fold to finish out our stretching. If you have issues with high or low blood pressure, avoid dropping your head below the heart. Okay, so we're just going to stop halfway. If you feel as though your blood pressure is good, you're tested, your doctor clears it, then we can fall a little bit further. So with a big inhale, we're going to reach all the way up. Exhale, folding about halfway down. So just rounding up through the back, hands on the knees. If you have good blood pressure, your doctor's approved it, you can lower down a little bit more if it's in your practice. Otherwise, we're just going to stay here, hands over the thighs, rounding out through the back, a little bit of a stretch, maybe bending one knee, then the other. Little wiggle side to side with those hips. Good, bringing it up. All right, thank you very much for joining me this morning. That's 20 minutes with our warm up and our cool down. So I hope that you found that helpful. And if you have any questions, comments, please do let me know. Just message me in that comment section. Watch for more videos to come. And thank you for joining me. Have a great day.